Yeah, yeah. Why you mad? I got a bag, bro. Name hot in these streets, no Tabasco. But I'm so stubbed, that's a fact, yo. And if you think I'm frontin', you can run it back, yo. Go run it back. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it.
What's good, YouTube? It's Emmanuel here with Emmanuel R&D, and I'm back here again with another video. And we finna talk about Jon Jones, man. I never talked about any UFC thing related, you know what I'm saying? I definitely watch UFC, definitely. Not as much as I used to, but I do keep up with it. And my favorite UFC fighter ever is Jon Jones. I know what y'all thinking. Yeah, I know the whole controversial stuff with the, drugs and steroid use, but we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna talk about, is Jon Jones the GOAT? And I think he is, man. I really think he is, but I don't think that the media and just the whole, I don't think you can give him that title when he has his background. You know what I'm saying? Think about how can you give the GOAT to somebody who cheats? And I don't know, obviously Jon Jones, he's denying all of the steroid use, he's denying it. But for it to happen that many times over and over again, who knows, man? I feel like he didn't need to cheat. You know what I'm saying? But let's give a rundown of Jon Jones' career. He's 34 years old currently. He moved up to heavyweight 2 years ago. His last fight was in 2020 in February. That's almost 2 years ago when he fought Reyes. And that wasn't really a nice fight for him. He barely won. Some people say that Reyes won that fight. Dominic Reyes won that fight. And I was watching the highlights and it was close. So it could have went either way, man. He says he's been wanting to fight Francis Ngannou. He just won his last fight. So Dana White and the UFC need to make that happen, man. Because if Jon Jones beats Francis Ngannou in the heavyweight division and he's clean, he no steroids, nothing in his body, anything like that, I don't think it's no question that he's the GOAT. I feel like most people agree with me that Jon Jones is the GOAT, but they can't say he's the GOAT because of his off the ring, off the mat issues. So most people say GSP. George St. Pierre, which I don't blame. George St. Pierre is insane, bro. I don't think he really had any. He may have had one, I think, problem as far as steroid use one time, but not as much as Jon Jones, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man. But even the reason why I think Jon Jones is a GOAT, even though the fact he had some hit and run charges in the steroid use, because you look at all the times Jon Jones he beat how many Hall of Famers? Even before his first time getting caught up for steroid use, he's beaten so many Hall of Famers. Because between the years 2015 and 2017, he got stripped of his belt 3 times. Because he just couldn't stay out of trouble. He still can't stay out of trouble. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. He has a brother that's in the NBA. He has family to talk to, but he just seems like he can't stay out of trouble for some reason, man. But I don't know, man. I think I got some of the things written down, I mean, he's beaten Rampage Jackson, Yoda Machida, Rashad Evans, Victor Belfort, Gustafsson. And by the way, Jon Jones became the youngest champion in UFC history when he beat Shogun Rua. I think he was like only 23. And all those names I read off, he beat those guys before any charge or anything, any steroid use or anything like that. So, man, that speaks for itself, man. Like, yeah, he also holds multiple records in the light heavyweight division, man. So I mean, just wish he could stay out of trouble, man. Like, for real. But I want him to come back to heavyweight. He's still currently signed to UFC. I guess he just didn't make the fight official. Because fighting a guy like Francis Ngannou in your first fight, that's scary. Like, that dude is a beast. So I see why he's taking his time just to build up muscle and just kind of just regain his ability. But he's not getting any younger. He's 34 years old. I still think he got it though, man. I just think up here he needs to get right. But overall, I do think Jon Jones is still the GOAT, man. But like I say, because even before any of the steroid use, he was beating champion after champion after champion. Beat Victor Belfort, beat Lyoto Machida, beat Rashad Evans, beat Rampage Jackson. Now, we don't know technically if he was on steroids during that time, but I'm pretty sure they checked it. They didn't find him. And he's claiming that all the other times he was denying the other steroid use. He said he had something else in his body or what the case. I'm not going to go back and forth. I don't know. You can't really fight with science or medical, like, if it's proven that he did take it or what the case may be. But like I said, regardless if you like Jon Jones or not as a person or his image, he had some rough times, you know what I'm saying, in this past, but I think he's finally gonna get it right this time, you know what I'm saying. Mark my words, if he beats Francis, man, I don't think there's no debate at all that he's the GOAT, man, by the UFC. Because he has a loss on his record, but that came from illegal elbows, and that was actually the first time I ever watched a Jon Jones fight. The first. Let me pull that. Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. Because I remember that was a long time ago, and that was the very first fight I watched of Jon Jones. Let me look it up. Hold on. I think he lost to like Matt Hamill for illegal elbows or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, that was back in 2009, and I remember seeing that fight. That's crazy. He lost to Matt Hamill of illegal elbows. So he's what's his record? 26 wins, 1 loss, 1 DQ, 1 no contest, and obviously that DQ no contest came from after he won. He beat Daniel Cormier. He beat all these other fighters, but they found out that he later had steroid or whatever in his system, or whatnot, drug in the system. But man, I just wish that would never happen, man. I don't know who to believe at this point. He's denying it. They're saying he did it. It's proven, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. But I mean, he's beaten. You look at his list, man. Not to even mention Glover Teixeira, Chael Sonnen, all these dudes, man. He's beat them. I feel like Jon Jones is that dude, man, for sure. I feel like he's finally changing his life around. And he gonna have something for y'all. He gonna have something for the UFC world, and he's still that dude, man. Hoping Dana can finally make this fight happen. Now they're talking about, I've heard other rumors that he's supposed to be fighting Michael Bisping. I don't want to see Michael Bisping fight Jon Jones. Like, I don't want to see that, bro. Bisping is not on Jon Jones' level, bro. He's just not. But that's all I gotta say, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Comment down below if you agree with me. If you think Jon Jones is the GOAT, think he's not the GOAT. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I'll see y'all next video.